Hey guys, today I'm going to be analyzing the rhetoric in the political science discourse community. So, before we start, we need to define politics, which is what political science is studying. The most famous definition, and the one that most researchers and professors use, is Harold Laswell's, which came about in a book that he published in the 1930s. He said that politics is who gets what, when, and how. So, political science is the study of politics, and it seeks to define and explain the political behavior of individuals, groups, and societies throughout time. There are 5 key research areas within political science, and those are comparative politics, international relations, political theory, law, and public administration. For the purpose of this essay, I'll be focusing on the comparative politics area and analyzing 3 essays that all fit into that. The 3 essays that I'll be analyzing are Facing Up to the Democratic Recession by Larry Diamond, The Limits of Autocracy Promotion by Lucan A. Way, and On Democratic Backsliding by Nancy Bermeo. Within these essays are 3 commonalities that are present in many political science research papers and help authors contribute successfully to the discourse community. They are organizational tactics, the use of leading questions, and primary sources used to back up specific claims. Alright, so we will start with organization. Political science research papers begin with the author's name and information about their credentials and research areas. This helps give their research credibility within the discipline, especially if it contains new numbers or emerging theories. It also helps lesser-known authors and researchers get their name out into the community to open them up to possible collaboration with other political scientists. The organization of political research papers is pretty simple. They begin with an introduction which gives historical context and often an anecdote or two to draw the reader in and engage them with the text. Then comes the thesis, which gives the reader a framework to build upon as they read the body of the essay. The body contains data and statistical evidence that supports the claims made in the thesis. Oftentimes, the body, especially in longer papers, is divided by topic. This can be seen in Way's paper when he divides one section into a topic called Russia as a Black Night, or in Diamond's paper when he divides one section into a topic called The Decline of Freedom and the Rule of Law. The conclusion comes last, and it sums up the argument and adds additional prompts that keep the reader thinking. In political science, organization is key. Much of the research done in this field is dense and hard to understand, and every single piece of research is a valuable part of forming the larger political science discipline. Therefore, it is vital that readers understand what the author is arguing, and preferably understand it the first time they read the paper, not the 5th. Organization helps with clarity and ensures that research will be used in other studies as political scientists seek to collaborate with each other to further their research. A second key tool that is present in many political science research papers is the use of leading questions. Leading questions aid to encourage the reader to interact with the text and also to link points between the research that they're reading and other prominent studies done within the discipline. One example of this is seen when Bermeo asks the reader in the introduction of her paper, what kinds of concrete actions transform a regime from one type to another? Bermeo is not asking her readers to write her letters and emails answering this question. Instead, she's giving the reader a framework through which to view the information that she presents in the body of her paper. Leading questions are a tool that work together with clearly organized information and clear language to ensure that the reader understands the text. While the questions might not be answerable at the onset of the paper, the hope is that the reader will know what to look for in the research, and by the time they're done reading it, they understand it fully and are able to answer the questions. Clarity is a key value of political science research, so leading questions are key in making sure that the reader understands what they should be getting out of the text. The third key tool used in most political science research that I'm going to be discussing today is the use of primary sources and hard data to support claims. Before even beginning to present data, it's vital that political scientists define parameters in order to clarify how their data was collected. For example, in political science, it's a well known fact that there's no concrete definition to democracy. Because of this, Diamond, in his paper that deals directly with democratization, has to define A, the challenges of defining democracy, and B, how he has defined it for the purpose of his data and studies. Once definitions of key terms are clear and parameters have been established, researchers can begin to present the hard data that they've collected over the course of their research. Many times, this is because decades worth of data is difficult to communicate without the use of a visual aid. As seen here, Larry Diamond effectively communicates 4 decades worth of information in one clear, simple graph. This helps the reader effectively understand the data and doesn't require too much effort on either side. In conclusion, clear organization strategies, leading questions, and the use of primary sources to support claims are 3 of many pieces that make up the rhetoric used in the political science discourse community. The understanding of the nuances of rhetoric used in this discipline, and any other discipline also, helps students, researchers, and new community members contribute invaluable new ideas to the community.